この美しい風景もそばに誰もいない以上、私の普遍を引き立たせるだけ。
冒険者たちが活躍するのにぴったりな場所だと思いません？
毎日が物語の新しい1ページだ。ページをめくってしまう前に一つ一つ
三月も月勢は我が手落ちよ引き撃つ。
お披露目だ。低温調理ワンのように
星々静かに眠る無にキス。
伝統の時間よ。
道あふれよ。このペン
診断結果はうまくいきまだね。やあブレーネ。
正解はなくし
Oh, fuck. Fucking Skirk died. Okay, we're fucked. Never mind, we're dead. Our main DPS is Skirk, and they fucking died. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Like, dude, how the fuck do you die? Like, it's just like, what are you gonna do? Like, this is not, in the end, this is not one of those fights where you have like multiple phases, where it's like, oh, don't worry, as long as we can push to a certain phase, then they can be revived, and then we can quickly heal them up. It's like, no, this is one solid thing. Like, once they're dead for the entire thing, and they died within the first fucking minute. Like, dude, how are you this shit? Like, I already healed you up. Like, I don't have infinite heal, and then Furina just... Actually, yeah, the thing, we had a Sigween, too. Like, how the fuck, with 2 healers, do you die?
Ukiyo 浮世の風景は幾千年も変わらないというのに、人の世とはこうも白露と泡のように儚い。
Oh, actually, no, yeah, that would be good. Please don't swap from Linnea. Stay at Lin. Why? You had a fucking healer! You selected a fucking healer of a party with no fucking healer. And you're like, you know what? Instead of a healer that can actually provide some actually fucking useful thing, who's actually strong, I'm gonna fucking pick Sucrose, who can't fucking do shit. Like, who? Jesus Christ! This is what I hate the most about people, where they have a party. It's like, oh yeah, you selected a character that would be good. The character you selected was good. I find it so fucking annoying when people go from a character that works really well with the fucking party. Like, having a healer is gonna be really fucking helpful. Because Inepa provides a shield, sure, but to only herself! Oh, whoops. And look, he's dead! Awesome! Fucking awesome! Fucking retard fucking fucks! This is what's so fucking annoying with these fucking dipshits. It's like, we had a fucking healer, why the fuck did you swap off a healer to a fucking worse character, and why the fuck am I surrounded by fucking retards who keep fucking dying? Like, Jesus Christ, people! We have no healer! Please fucking heal yourself, you stupid motherfuckers! Like, god damn, this is fucking annoying. Because in a party without a healer, you have to fucking pay attention to your health and fucking heal yourself. It's just so fucking annoying. You get these fucking retards who are like... And that's the thing, is that Linnea is a healer. With her burst, she can heal. Now, to be fair, it's a burst heal, so... It means that she's not going to always have it up. But having any healer is better than no healer. And you went with fucking Sucrose. Like, why? Like, why? Jesus fucking... Like, that's why I often am just Furina. Because Furina can heal. And so I can see these fucking morons do fucking stupid bullshit, and I can fucking heal them. So I can pay attention to their fucking health. What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck would you swap to her? Okay, that's fine then, if she's gonna be Mavica. Because it's like, it's fine considering Mavica's there, but they swapped to Sitlali with no Mavica. Like, why would you swap to Sitlali without a Mavica? You know, it's like... Jesus Christ, people are so fucking stupid sometimes. It's just frustrating when you get these fucking idiots. And it's like, come on, man. But yeah, I mean, it is just fucking annoying as hell. When you have these people just like continuously fuck up. It's just like, at least it's on. Oh. At least this time we had like two healers, but that's the thing, we had two healers before. We had Sigwine. We had Sigwine and fucking... And a fucking, Escoffier, and Skirk still died. So it's just like, come on, man. Like, it just sucks when they just suck so bad. Yeah, there we go. Finally, fucking people aren't fucking. But I mean, that's why I just find it really annoying about people. Because, like, you were Linnea. Linnea is a great. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Linnea is a healer. I don't know how good a healer she is. I haven't really seen people be her. So I'm not 100% sure. Maybe she's not amazing. Like, she has a burst healer, which means that she has to get her energy up. So if she doesn't have her burst at the right time, you could still die. But, like, why? You had a Columbina in the team. You had, and you might be like, well, no, I want to help out the team. With Sucrose, cool. I get Sucrose as a good support, but she's not better than a fucking healer in a party with no fucking healers. It's just like, god damn, people. Like, fuck. And, like, the freeze team was fine, too. Like, that was fine. We all went freeze team. It's just like, dude, our fucking main fucking attacker fucking died immediately. Within the first minute. And, like, I'd already healed them. Like, I already used my burst to heal, and they had already fucking died before my burst came up again. It's just like, come on, man. Like, you have to fucking heal yourself, too. You have to pay attention to your own fucking health. So, it's just fucking annoying. It's annoying because it's a waste of time, right? And, like, those are the kind of, like, in co-op, those are the kind of, like, two biggest issues I have. Is that, one, people select a character that either just does not work with the party or does not work with the arena. So, like, this is a freeze team. I mean, for the most part, most boss fights, you could kind of be whatever party comp you want. Like, obviously, being a Nodcry unit against Doctoria was fine. It's good, but you can do any type of party comp, right? You don't have to use Nodcry characters. But for this one, you have to be freeze. So, the one thing that's one of the most annoying things about co-op is when you get people who just do not fucking select. So one of the shitty things about co-op is when in this party or against this boss, you have to be freeze. Cryo, Hydro, that's it. That's all you can be. That's all. Ressa, you have to swap. I don't know what you're not. It's like you cannot be Electro. You have to be Hydro or Cryo. What the fuck are you thinking about? Pick a Hydro or Cryo. It's not fucking rocket science. That's fine. It's just Cryo. Thing is, the goals just start. It's like, dude, you realize with just one fucking unit, we lose 40% resistance shred, 40% resistance shred, and damage because of that, right? You're like, oh, just start. It's like, no, just having them there will fuck us up. That's the thing, is just having them there will fuck us over. That's the thing, just having a Anemo unit in the team will fuck us over. Because Escoffier gets a buff for being in a freeze team only. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, dude, you have to be really fucking. No, like, that's the thing, it's like, she only works in freeze teams. Well, not really only works, but it's like, it's the kind of thing where it's like you really, 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 really want to make sure you only have freeze in your party. Yeah, so it's just like, it's like that, right? Where it's like you just don't see, like, to be fair, I understand like them not getting it, for one. I understand them not getting it, right? Because a Scofier, if you don't have a Scofier, you don't know exactly, you might not know how she works. Like, that's the thing. I get that. If you're just like, oh yeah, I don't have a Scofier, I don't know how a Scofier works. Fine, sure, I understand that. You know? But like, this is the thing where you need to be freeze team. It says recommended elements, cryo and hydro. You have to be freeze. And then, especially with a Scofier, and that's the weird thing about the Ayaka. The Ayaka is just like, just go! I'm like, what? Are you fucking stupid? Like, look at this fucking talent. This reduces hydro and cryo resistance by 55% with a pure cryo hydro team. That's it. That's with 4... Well, that's the thing. If you have her, you know this kit, right? If you have a Scofier, you know, oh, cool, like, this is her bonus, you know? So if you can get a pure freeze team, pure cryo hydro, you get a 55% resistance shred anytime a Scofier's skill hits, which is insanely good. But we just did this team, and I picked the Scofier, someone picked Fiorina, the other person picked Ayaka. I'm like, oh, cool. So we're pretty much, we have our DPS, we have our supports, and then the third person picked, was Varessa, kept thinking back and forth, oh, what should I pick, then picked Venti. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, no. Cryo Hydra only. And then the Ayaka was like, no, just start. I'm like, dude, are you fucking stupid? Like, with Venti here, with Venti on the team, we lose that 55% resistance shred. We only get 15. Now, to be fair, Venti, with Viridescent Venerer, does get a resistance shred of his own. So you could argue, well, his resistance shred will make up for it. But it's like, yes, so great. You're adding a character. You're adding a character who will fuck over a Scofier and is only able to make up for it. That's it. The Viridescent Venerer set will just make up for him being there. So just having him be a Cryo Hydro character, we would get the same effect. So he's literally useless. He's only there to fuck over a Scofier's buff to then provide the same buff himself, right? He provides no extra value that just picking any Cryo Hydro unit would have, like, and he ended up picking Barbara, and I'm like, cool, Barbara's fine, you know? Good Hydro application, also a healer, great, that's perfect, you know? Because that's the thing, because we had a Fiorina, so Fiorina's Hydro damage is going to do decent damage, Ayaka is going to do decent damage, so it's just like, why? Why would you pick that? Like, and I was just kind of going off about how, like, the few things I dislike about co-op, like, 9 times out of 10 co-op is fine, right? It did suck because I actually did run into a little bit of a problem against Doctore, where I was put with fucking morons in a party twice. We did a freeze team first, so it was a Scofier, Skirk, and then 2 other characters, I forget. But it was a freeze team. I forget what characters they were. But then Skirk died immediately. Yeah, generally. Because I could do this solo. And there are people who say that, well, if you get so annoyed, by people, why do you do it co-op? I think it's generally more fun to do it co-op because it's more fun to just be one character and focus on one character. You know, where you're just your one character. You go in, and that's all you have to think about. You just focus on your one character, and that's it. And generally, and you also get clear times that are usually much faster, because when you have all characters all like providing their buffs simultaneously, all providing. When you have them all providing their buffs simultaneously. What? The fuck? Why can I not swap? That was weird.
暇を持て余しているのなら、わらわの家に来て、ここ
Ah,
最
you're
近
gonna
の
do.
面白い出来事を話してくれぬか。
Oops. There we go. I don't know whether going freeze, whatever. But basically, it's just like the few things I don't like is that when you get people who don't pick a good party member for the team or don't pick a good party member for the fight. Now, for the most, but I do caveat, like for the most part, most fights can be taken with any team. There's also only a few boss fights that are like, okay, well, you really should have, like, for that fight, you really have to have a freeze team. You have to have freeze. So that's just what you have to have. You have to have a freeze team. That's what you gotta do. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Our fucking damage dealer died again! This is the second fucking time today that I've been in a party with a fucking retard DPS that fucking instantly fucking dies! Like, dude, what the fuck? How are you this trash? You are our main DPS! How the fuck are you the first one to die? Like, Jesus, and this is literally the second time that a Skirk has died first and fucked over our entire fucking run within the first minute of the fight. The second time, I was in a Doctori fight where we went freeze team, and they fucking died again. And it's like, how do you die this fucking early, you fucking idiot? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's just like, how is this possible?
私は自身の仕事の価値とフォンテーヌの人々がなすことの意義を認めている。自分の責任を誇りに思っているのだ。
ずいぶん走り回ったし、そろそろ休もう。座って休憩。
人気すぎるのも悩ましいものだね。まあこんなに好かれているんだから仕方ないか。
まだ終わってない鍛造依頼、あと何件あったっけ？
つれづれなるままにひくらし。
いつかあの声を聞く。
羽ばたけやよ食前に甘いものを
Alex. Shit. Damn it, I don't... Oh no, we did kill him. Okay, cool. Yeah. So... That was weird.
力よ歌え僕の名のもとにの下を満足させてあげる
Damn, not that good.
無に着せパンのように羽ばたけ
Let's get out of there. Yeah, you don't need to take damage from that. But yeah, so that's...
食前に甘いものを
僕の名のもとに最高の一品よ低温調理それじゃじゃーんはいせい目も舌も満足させてあげる光り輝くがいいさあそれよっはっ
There we go. But yeah, there's two types of things I really hate is when you get people who just don't pick party members that gel with the other people, right? So if you have everyone picking, like when you have everyone picking like the free, you're clearly going freeze team, right? You have Escoffier, you have Skirk, you have Furina, and then like if that fourth person who's like, hey, I know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick another character. Like that's what pissed me off. So in fact, the previous fight against let's go Fontaine. The previous fight against the chess boss, the guy fucked up in the two ways I hate most in co-op, is that one, seeing that we were all going a freeze team, seeing that we had an Escoffier, we had a Skirk, seeing we had an Escoffier, we had a Furina, and I think we had a Ayaga, they picked a non-freeze unit. And to be fair, Venti's not the worst, right? Like, sure, he's... Like, if it wasn't a freeze team with Escoffier, Venti would have been a fine choice as a support. Sure. But, like, when you have an Escoffier in the party, make sure you're only Cryo and Hydro. You know? It's just what you do. So, it's just like, you know... It's just what you do. You make sure you only... So that's one of the things I dislike. It's like, when everyone in the party is clearly fitting a theme, right? When you're like, oh, okay, I want to be like an Electro Charge team or a Lunar Charge team, and then you have someone pick something like completely different. You're just like, why? Like, couldn't you just be can you help? Can you be a support or someone that's useful for the Electro? So like the two deaths I had against Satori, one was because this Skirk died like a little bitch immediately. And the second death, I was Columbina, we had a Flynn's, we had an Anefa, and the fourth person picked Linnea at first. And they're like, oh, I'm going to be Linnea. And then once they saw the rest of us, they're like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap to Sucrose. I'm like, why? We had no fucking healer in our party. Why the fuck would you swap from the healer Linnea, who works with the fucking Nodcry buff that we currently have, to a Sucrose, who doesn't heal, you know, who doesn't heal, you know? And you know what fucking happened? The Flynn's, our main DPS in this thing, died also right away, because they're fucking stupid and because we didn't fucking have a healer. Like, the Skirk died even though we had 2 healers. We had a Seguin and we had me as a Escoffier. And they still died, so like that they are incredibly incompetent. So it's just like, what the fuck's going on? Why is there no one here? Why is no one joining? This is not one of... So yeah. So it's just like... So that's one thing I dislike, where it's like, when you have a character who already has picked the character that was already good with the team, right? Like, that's the second thing I find really annoying about co-op. One is, you have a person who just picks a character that just does not fit with the team composition. And you're just like, why? Why did you do that? You know? So it's just like, why would you pick someone who, like, clearly our team is trying to do this, why would you pick something other than that? Like, I get that a lot with, like, Dendro characters who want to be, like, Kinich or want to be Alhaitham, and there's no Electro people in the team, and you're like, dude, Dendro only really works if you have Electro in the team. So don't try to bring Dendro when we have, like, fire characters. You know? Because, like, there's times where, like, it was a Natlan team, it was like, oh, it was Mavica, we had a Sitlali, we had a Shillanin, and then someone's like, I want to be Kinich. I'm like, why? Why are you Kinich? Kinich doesn't react with shit. Like, there's no Electro in the team. Like, why are you not, you know? Oh my god, dude, what the fuck, dude? Just join the fucking team, you piece of shit! There we go. Okay, so I could be Columbina. Why? It's also stupid, right? Oh, I wanna be... Oh my god, are you fucking kidding? Fucking Bennett. And this! Why would you be Kinich? Why? Why fucking why would you ever do that? You swap from a fucking healer. Like, it's also... Bennett is... Okay, fuck you. There you go. It's just like... The thing is, Bennett is absolutely dog shit in this fight. Because this fight is a character who will give you Bond of Life, and the only way to get rid of Bond of Life is you overheal yourself. You have to be able to heal yourself to full. You have to be able to heal yourself. Fuck it, let's just go. Let's just go like this. You have to be able to heal yourself. There we go. Why? Why? Why, you fucking dipshit? Why? You fucking don't fucking work with you fucking don't react with half the fucking elements in the team. Why the fuck would you be Kinich? I fucking hate these fucking Dendro fucking assholes. Like, it just doesn't fucking work. You don't react with shit. You do no fucking damage because you don't react with anything. That's why Geo sucks. It's because it doesn't react. I fucking hate these Dendro fucking dipshits who keep fucking forcing their bullshit on us. Like, this is what I fucking hate. This is the number one thing, where you fucking pick a character that does not fucking work with the party. You're like, well, no, it's an Atlan character. Yeah, it's an Atlan character, but guess what? You're a Dendro character, which means you don't fucking work with any fucking non-Electro parties. Now, it's possible... I'm wrong, right? It's possible that maybe Kinich... I also don't have Kinich, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's possible I'm wrong, right? You know, it's possible I'm wrong. And, go. Well, everybody.
じゃあ行くよ。
いいだろう。私に挑む資格を認めてやる。
手加減なしよ。
But yeah, it could be that I'm wrong, right? It could be that Kinich has so like I don't have a Kinich, so it's possible. Oh fuck. He's right next to me.
届けるといい。
Okay, cool. He's dead. But no, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible Kinich has a. It's possible Kinich has a bonus buff effect with Pyro characters. Like Dendro characters generally don't work with Pyro. Like they do burning, but burning does no damage. Like the only value burning has is that it's a Dendro Pyro reaction, which basically keeps a Pyro reaction on. By inflicting burning, the enemy now has a fire effect on them. So the idea is that it helps your freeze teams. It helps your freeze teams. Why can I not kick you? It's fucking annoying. It helps your freeze teams. It helps you do melts and reverse melts, because what you can do is you do a Dendro reaction, you do a Pyro reaction, you get burning on them, then you can swap to a Cryo character, and because burning is on them, burning is like a fire dot that ticks over time, you're going to be able to, okay, I'm out. Because it's a thing that ticks over time, a fire dot that ticks over time, they're basically considered afflicted with Pyro for a period of time while the dot's active. So that means you can actually melt that Pyro reaction. So that's the cool thing, right? So it has some value in that, but in a co-op, it doesn't matter. Because in co-op, we're all on the field constantly. You don't need to inflict extra Pyro because you have a Cryo and a Pyro on the team, on the field at the same time. The only value in doing it in non-co-op is because you can't have multiple characters on the field at the same time, applying the same effects at the same time, other than like people who provide off-field effects. But then, you know, that is more restrictive because you have to have those type of units. Whereas, like, so the idea is that there is value in that. But Dendro does not react with Geo. Dendro does not react with Cryo. Dendro does not react with Anemo. So of the 7 elements, you obviously don't include Dendro in itself, right? So of the 7 elements, so of the 6 reactable elements, Dendro doesn't react with 3 of them, flat out. Just has literally no reaction with Anemo, Geo, and Cryo. Although supposedly with Sneznayo, they might be adding a Cryo-Dendro reaction. But either way. And so of the remaining reactions, Hydro just creates Dendro cores, and the Dendro cores themselves are actually very weak and pretty much useless. You know, the Dendro cores by themselves are pretty useless. The only time they ever become useful is in teams like Nefer, who turns the Dendro cores into her own little thing, or Nilo, who drastically increases the power of Dendro cores. So like those are the only times they're actually useful. Otherwise, Dendro cores are pretty useless by themselves. Now, there is value in a Dendro core with an Electro in the team, because Electro can pop the cores, and then which will then make them blast, you know, auto-target enemies and do aggravate Dendro damage. So that's the thing. And then, and as I said, Pyro just does burning. Burning as a dot doesn't really do much damage. Its real value is just being able to apply a consistent Pyro reaction on the enemy, so that you can get melts for longer, because, you know, you can get melts for, you can do more melts because you're able to keep Pyro on that without having to reapply it. And then there's Emily, who actually gets a power buff when there are burning enemies nearby, but she's unique. So that's the thing, is that, like, So Dendro DPS only really work with fucking Electro, because Electro can react with Dendro and do aggravate, which is a really, really powerful reaction. And when Dendro was released, you know, the stocks for oh yeah, it's 2 seconds. The stocks for Electro characters shot up, because before Electro was not really a powerful reaction. People didn't really use Electro that much because it just wasn't super strong. It just wasn't super strong. Oh yeah, it's a balloon.
逃げ道はご挨拶します。気をつけて。結晶のごとく光り輝け。
Anyway, so it just wasn't super strong. Electro characters weren't super strong until Dendro came around, and it was like, oh shit, Dendro and Electro is super strong. Basically, that makes up for the fact that Dendro that makes up for that Electro. But Dendro only really reacted with that, so it was like really just kind of for them, and that was it.
新月が来る。好き嫌いはダメですよ。
裁きの雷稲光すなわち永遠なり。
Cool. So that's why it's super annoying when you get these fucking Dendro people. They go in without fucking Electro, because it's like, dude, you only really do damage when there's Electro in the team. Why are you picking a Dendro character when there's no Electro? And I see that with like Natlan characters. They're like, oh well,
舐めないでください。お望み通り。
you know, oh it's fine because it's fine because I have this character and that character. It's like, come on, man, could you just like pick a fucking good character, please? You know, like. But to be fair, I don't know Kinich. It's possible Kinich is like Emily and she has a buff that it's possible she has a buff. It's possible Emily has a buff, or Kinich has a buff that also provides him extra bonus damage when he, triggers a burning reaction, or maybe he gets a bonus damage when there's any sort of Dendro reaction, including burning. So it's possible he's not as trash as I think, and I only just don't know him. Because I haven't really looked up his kit at all.
好き嫌いはダメですよ。結晶のごとく光り輝け。
Anyway. So, it's possible that's the case, right? But generally, it's just like, come on, man, like, could you just pick it? So that's kind of like one of the things I dislike the most, is when you get these people who are like, oh, I like this character, I want to use this character. But it's like, dude, you don't really work well with... Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. You don't really work well with the party. You know? You don't really work well with the party. We kind of need... What we need is, How long have I been doing this? Like, what we need is someone who can fucking... Oh, yeah, I need to find more of those moths. I need to farm those more regularly. Let me level this up. Oh, no, I didn't. I ran out of... Oh, actually, I ran out of a lot of stuff. Okay. So, yeah. So that's one thing That's one of the things I dislike about co-op, is where you get people who just, like, pick party members that they like. And there's like, oh, I want to be this character. And it's like, dude, this character is shit. Please stop using it. Like, please don't grief us by using this character in co-op. Like, if you like that character, great. Use them in single player. Don't. Oh wait, that's not what I want to do. Don't like do this to us just because you like the character, you know? That's kind of my feeling on it. Or I'm just like, come on, man. Like, just don't be a dick about this shit. Just like, pick a character that works well with the team. Like, if you're going to be in co-op, please cooperate, you know? That's just my general feeling for it. It's like, please don't just pick a character. Like, and it's fine if you want to pick it, if you want to stick with a character, and then like the rest of the party works around it. Where they're like, oh, I want to be Kinich. It's like, okay, fine, sure, I'll be this character, and I'll work around it. Fine, like that's fine too. But like when you clearly see the entire party is trying to form a specific, archetype, and you don't fit that archetype, please swap yourself. Like, please don't force. Like, don't ignore the party. Oh. Yeah, it's because this quest I already had. Actually, no. Let's go into focus mode. I'll do that other quest later. This one is more important. But yeah, so it's just the kind of thing where it's like it is a little frustrating because it's like you join co-op and then you just like don't cooperate with the team and try to do the character you want, but it doesn't work well with the party. It's like I don't like that. It's incredibly selfish. Don't join, as I said, don't join co-op if you're not going to cooperate. Like that's just how it is. Oh wait, what? They're active. What the fuck? So, and then the second thing I dislike is I find really frustrating is when someone already has a good party member selected that works well with the team, and then they swap to a worse character. I find that really fucking annoying, because it's just like, dude, you were already a character that works perfectly with the team, and sometimes the rest of the party changed characters just to fit the character you had selected sometimes. You know, sometimes it just happens to work out, but sometimes it's like, oh, you want to be this character? Fine. And like all three of the rest of us swap to something that fits with that. And then the original person who was like doing nothing for the longest time then swaps to another character. And it's like, dude, you are already a perfect character for our party, and you swap to someone worse. And then what's even worse about it is oftentimes they won't swap back. They're like, no, this is the great character. I should just use this one. Like a great example was in the earlier fight today, where we had a Columbina, we had a Flynn's, we had a Nefa, and we had a Linnea. Great. All Nodcry units, and Linnea can provide heals. Perfect party comp. You know? We're gonna get Lunar Crystallized, we're gonna get Lunar Charged. Great. It's a great party, right? But then what do? They swap from Linnea to Sucrose. Like, you were a 5-star healer, and you swap to a 4-star support. Why? Like, why? That is so fucking stupid. Like, even if you had picked Barbara, that would have been more useful. If you had just stayed with a healer. We had no fucking healer. And you know what happened in that fight? Our main DPS fucking died, again, within the first minute. So it's just like, great, awesome. So not only were you completely fucking stupid by swapping to a worse character that was less necessary for the team, but then that caused people to die. Now, obviously, it's Flynn's fault. Like, Flynn shouldn't have fucking died. Like, pay the fuck attention, dude. We have no healers in your party. You have to fucking heal yourself. So Flynn's is the main person at fault for dying, right? Like the Skirk was. I mean, the Skirk was especially their fault, because we had 2 fucking healers in the party, and you still managed to die in the window where you weren't being healed. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's dog shit. That's dog shit skill. You know? You're just a bad player at that point. Whereas Flynn's, it's like, yeah, could have been bad luck. But it's like, yeah, well, because we didn't have a fucking healer. Which, I mean, sure, if they died like with back-to-back hits, they could have died, you know, and it could have still been fucked, right? Regardless. But still, it is just kind of frustrating. And like, I should have been Fiorina. But like, when we had a Linnea, I'm like, oh yeah, sure, we should be fine. We don't need an extra healer. We have Linnea. And then they swapped, and I'm like, great, awesome. So yeah, so those are the 2 things I really, really dislike. When you have people who choose not to cooperate with the party and pick their favorite character that doesn't really work well with the party and refuse to fucking swap. Like that Bennett. Bennett was a great example, right? I said no Bennett, and they're like, no, I want to be Bennett. And I'm like, okay, fine, bye. You know? I said no Bennett. And no, typically, I dislike Bennett anyway. I think Bennett is really bad in co-op, because his buff is a stamp on the ground, and it's really hard. Like, when all 4 players can go to wherever the fuck they want to go, it's really hard to put something on the ground. It's like, okay, so there's a few reasons. One, generally Bennett is just bad in co-op overall, right? Generally, he's pretty bad. Because one, he can't heal to full. He can only heal up to 70% your HP. which is not really great in bosses. Like it's nice to be able to make sure that you're at full health, and Bennett cannot do that. Then 2, he only does that on his burst, and only when you're on standing on his burst thing. So if they are stupid and they put their burst in a random weird location, you're not even going to see it or notice it. And then second of all, if you do need healing, you now have to stop what you're doing, run to where his burst is, to make sure you're getting the healing, the little healing that it does provide. So maybe he's really good, and maybe he places it in really good spots, so you don't have to worry too much about that, but it's a subpar heal, and because it's a burst attack, he has to have energy for it. And so he's not a great... so that's just not great, right? And then what's really bad is that, generally Bennett is not great, because it requires a burst. His skill provides no extra benefits. His only value comes from his burst, so that means he's completely useless outside his burst window. So the second his burst is gone, he is useless until it's up again. Whereas other characters can provide some sort of value. You know, like Escoffier is an example. Her burst provides healing, and her skill provides resistance shred on hit. Those two values mean she's providing a benefit 24/7. You know, Shillinen is another good example. Her skill provides a resistance shred, her burst provides healing. So Fiorina, her skill can provide deep hydro application or healing, and her burst provides... So it's like all these characters do good things. And you could be like, oh, well, what about Kokomi, right? Kokomi's only value is in healing. But she also applies 24/7 hydro application, so she can help reactions. You know, she can keep, with her basic attack, she can keep applying hydro, so you can react off the hydro as well, and then she can provide a lot of healing. So, and she can heal to full, and she's a really good healer. Same for Barbara, right? Hydro application, healing with the skill, healing with the burst. She's just super fucking useful, even as a 4-star. But Bennett can't do that. He can't heal to full. He's completely useless outside his burst, and his burst is incredibly finicky too, because you have to be standing on his burst and be an attack scaler. Obviously, if you're in a party without have non-attack scaling units, he's even more useless, because boosting the attack of characters who don't need their attack is not super helpful. So that's why Bennett generally is not good for co-op, for those reasons, because everyone else is better than him. Like, literally everyone else. Because they provide something at all times. Even Kuki, another 4-star healer. Her skill provides a heal and electro damage. Her burst isn't the least useful thing, but it still does provide a bunch of electro applications, so it's still useful. So, and regardless, she has 24/7 uptime on her skill. So, the burst is just something she can do for fun, for iframes or whatever, while she keeps her skill up constantly. So, you know, all of them have utility. Now, picking Bennett in that fight specifically is even worse. Because, so as I said, Bennett's not great in co-op regardless of the fight, but in Arlecchino's fight, he's even worse. Because Arlecchino works really poorly against his thing, right? Because I said the problems with his burst is that, one, you have to be standing in his burst to get the buff and the heal. So ideally you want it against enemies that are sedentary for a long time. So against the Natlan boss, it's fine, because he's usually off in a corner, and you can plant it down and people will stand under it and do damage, right? You can normally do that. But Arlecchino moves around a lot and is really fucking fast. So putting a burst down on the ground means that you might be able to hit Arlecchino for a few hits, but then she's going to move, and now you either have to decide to get off the burst and chase after her, or stay on the burst and hope she comes back, right? That's all you can do. So basically, and then, so that's, so a fast-moving, and not even fast-moving and then moves around a lot, right? She moves around a lot, and she moves around to lots of random locations. So she's rarely ever in one spot for a long period of time, which is what you need for a Bennett burst. And then 2, when she applies Bond of Life, you have to heal it off. And Bennett, I don't think, can heal. If your health is at full and you get a Bond of Life, Bennett can't do shit. He won't heal off the Bond of Life because your health is already 70% or above. The only time you'd ever actually heal that Bond of Life off is if your health was already below 70% when you get the debuff, then in trying to heal you above 70%, it will then heal away the Bond of Life. But the problem is if your health is below 70% and Arlecchino's on the field, you could get one shot. So it's just like, he's just incredibly bad against Arlecchino especially. It's because Arlecchino's Bond of Life, like, because Bennett can't heal to full health, that means he won't reliably be able to heal the Bond of Life off. And also, he only heals when his burst is up and on the ground. So again, if you want to heal off your Bond of Life, you have to stand on his burst and maybe not do damage to Arlecchino as she zips away somewhere else, and you have to stand on Bennett's burst to get healed. Whereas like all other healers don't really have to deal with that shit. They can heal from a distance. So it's just, yeah, he's really bad against Arlecchino. Like, he's bad in general against all people. Like, he's just not great. There's a few fights where he's not as bad. Like, the Natlan Dragon fight, he's not as bad because of how the Natlan Dragon doesn't move. But he has another problem with the Natlan Dragon fight, is that he can't reliably apply elemental damage. And so there's one thing you really need to be able to do in the dragon fight, is be able to apply consistent elemental damage at all times. Because there's multiple times when he has his Night Soul Shield, or he summons his ads with their Night Soul Shield, and the only way you can fill up that shield and pop it is by doing elemental damage. Well, Bennett only has a skill that he can do every 7 seconds, so it's one hit of elemental damage. His basic attacks don't do elemental damage at all. His burst, if he's C6, allows him to infuse his blade with elemental damage, so he could run up to the ad or the boss, plant his thing, and then now he's infused, and now he does elemental damage, but again, it's restricted to only being able to do it when his burst is up. So if his burst is not up, then he's fucked. And against the times when there's multiple ads, because there's 2 times where there's 3 ads at a time. There's the first time where they die pretty quickly, but then there's the other one where he's doing a lot of damage to everybody. Everyone's taking damage, and you have to pop the 3 towers doing elemental damage. So Bennett has to run to one of the towers, plant his burst, assuming it's up. Let's assume it's up. And then do as much damage as he can. But the second that one pops, and people move to the other 2, Bennett already used his burst. He's done. He can no longer do elemental damage. So he's pretty fucking useless. He's generally just not good. So yeah, just generally he's not good, right? There's a lot of aspects where the fact that he can't heal to full is a big negative. The fact that you only can heal and provide his buff when his burst is up and people are on his burst is a huge negative, because it's really hard coordinating that with 4 independent people. And then even more so when the boss themselves moves around a lot. You know, it's just like, he's just generally not good. And if you're solo, if you're just by yourself, you're obviously only going to have one character on the field. So when you plant Bennett's burst, you're just going to swap to your other characters and continue, right? So you can time it perfectly, because you know exactly when the burst is going to go up, and then you're going to swap, and you can provide your burst. Like, when he does his burst, you can do your burst window super fucking quick and do as much damage in that short little time frame. But in co-op, chances are not everyone's going to be at the same location and be able to utilize it to the max degree. So it's just like, that's why Bennett is bad. He's bad. He's okay in co-op. I mean, he's okay in solo, but he's terrible in co-op. Because there's a lot of bosses that just actively work against his kit. And then his kit is not great against bosses anyway. Like, it's incredibly restrictive and not comprehensive enough to do anything that, like, he's not great. He's not a good character. You know? He's only really good for solo when you know exactly when your burst windows are going to be, so that you can prep and make sure Bennett's burst is up and do a proper rotation with no issue. Only during those times. And no other times. And even then, like, even if you were going to solo Arlecchino, I still wouldn't pick Bennett. Because Bennett, like, Arlecchino actively works against Bennett's kit. Like, her mechanics require a proper healer. And Bennett is not a proper healer. But anyway, yeah, that's another. Yeah, today was really, really bad. Like, one of the worst co-op experience I've had. Where we had, so of my parties, I had 3 parties where the main DPS died within the first minute, and so we had to bail, right? And I had to find a new party. So like 3, I did 4 bosses today, 2 wipes, 2 insta deaths to Doctore, 1 insta death to the Natlan Worm. It's just like, and then kind of an idiot in against the Cryo Hydro team, against the chess thing. We had a moron who wanted to be a venti. It's like, dude, we're in a freeze team. Please stop fucking around and pick Cryo Hydro. You know, at least they did swap though. I'm super surprised that Ayaka was like, let's go. It's like, dude, are you fucking dumb? Do you not understand how fucking freeze teams work? You do realize, like, Escoffier will provide an insanely high, a much better bonus. Like, I don't know why you're the one demanding we start when someone's shooting ourselves in the foot with their venti.
いつの間にかその自由な取引の精神が引き継がれて誕生したのがナドくらい見本市だ。
But yeah, so it is one of those things. So yeah, it just kind of sucks. When you have people who do that, you're just, come on, man, like, why the fuck would you pick Sucrose? And then, like, as Skirk, why the fuck would you die immediately? You had 2 fucking healers. How the fuck do you die with 2 fucking healers on the team? And it's the kind of thing where it's like, hey, if you're going to get low on health, then fucking heal yourself or get the fuck out of the way and give the healers a chance to heal you. Although I'm not really sure how Siglene's heals go. I don't know if it's a skill or a burst heal. Like, I don't know if we get a heal when she does her skill or if we get a heal when she does her burst. Because I don't have Siglene. I know Escoffier is only a heal on her burst. But she does provide, it's a burst heal, but then also a little regen heal for a little bit afterwards too.
そんなお客さんたちの相手をさせる。
そこで旅人。
その通り。ヤフォダと一緒に出店者の対応をしてやってほしい。そう見えるかい？ただ適材適所を実践してるだけさ。それにわざわざ動いてもらうんだ。報酬ももちろんしっかり渡すつもりだよ。絶対に失望させない。どうだい？さすがは世界各地に英雄譚を残っ。それじゃあ依頼主から一つ要望を出させておくれ。などくらい見本市は名目上何でもありな取引の場。出店者とやり取りするときはそのお約束をはっきりと先方に伝えておくれ。見本市を順調に進めるための大見本市じゃ誰であろうと他人に手を出すことはご法度だ。主催者であるボイニッチ商会はすべての
手を出す？キギ。
もしその一点が崩れちまったらもちろん実際の状況はもっと複雑になるだろう。何かあったらいつでも会場はナシャタウン南東の海辺。それじゃ頼んだよ。
And she is so pretty. Okay, well that's gonna be it for today. I thought I'd be able to get a little bit further. I thought I'd be able to get a little bit further, but I ended up just ranting for too long, so it is what it is. Not a huge issue regardless, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put a pin in this. I will be doing more of this probably tomorrow. We'll see. Probably, I believe I will be, so anyway. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.